Hey everybody,
Hey.
Welcome. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Danielle.
And we are going to be playing Cascadia tonight.
Cascadia is about 1 to 4 players.
Mm-hmm.
It's about 30 to 45 minutes depending on how many players you have, and it's 10 and up.
Yep. And in this game, there's a couple different things going on. So we are building, I think it's the northwest. So we're building out area and different animals that can live in those different areas. So you got woods and mountains and plains, etc. And so you're scoring points through that. So just the terrain and what that looks like. If you want to think of it in colors, so as much green, dark green as you can get connected together, as much yellow, as much light green, etc. So you're every turn you're grabbing one of these hex tiles, putting it wherever you want to, where it can connect up into your place, and it's going to continue to grow and expand. You can grab an animal token with it, and you're going to put that on a hex that allows it to be on it. Okay, so
certain animals for different terrains.
Right. So every terrain, like this one, will say, I don't know if you can kind of see it there. We'll give you 3 different options, and I'm sure we'll throw some pictures up in the video later. So some of them have options. Some of them says, hey, on this one you can only put 1 animal on it. But essentially we're going to keep going back and forth. You can switch it up if you want to. Throughout the course of the game, we'll be getting some of these tokens, and you can use that and say, hey, you know what, instead of getting the ones that are right next to each other, I'm going to split up and get every other. But that brings me to the animals. You're going to get points for those as well. So you're getting points for however many colors you can connect, but you're also getting points for the animals, and that changes every game.
Yes, so you're going to have 5 main animal groups every time, but the way that you score points on them changes every game, which is super fun and different per game. So this game, as you can see, the elks are going to get a certain amount of points for how many elks you can have in a row, or the bears are going to be 3. You're going to get 10 points for every 3 that are together, and then, but it can't have any bears around it. So, yeah.
So the whole game, your brain is going to be pulled in a couple of different directions. So we are going to play it, and we'll tell you what we think afterwards.
Okay.
Okay, here we are. We're back. So that was it's about 40 minutes.
Yeah,
I think is what it took us. So it was good. I mean, this thing just zips because walls, like somebody can grab their stuff, and while they're figuring it out, somebody else can go ahead and reset what they're pulling from and go ahead and start working. So it zips right along. So what was the score?
The final score. So I will say, when we score, so the first you're going to score wildlife. So you're scoring all of your animals and where they're placed and the bonuses you're getting from those. Yep. So it looked like on wildlife, like I was winning.
Oh yeah.
By 3 points.
It was.
But where Andrew got me was the terrain. So you're counting up your terrain points, but you're also, whoever has the most terrain out of both of you in that section gets an extra 2 points. So he literally got 10 extra 10 points just by having more than me on the terrain. So, and then I didn't have any acorns at the end anyway. So, winner!
There you go. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy how you can go off both sides, because the whole time you're, at least for me, I'm thinking the whole way through, okay, how do I put my animals together the way that they're supposed to be grouped on this? And like that habitat or terrain tiles, it's always kind of the second thought for me. And that's the only reason why I won. So
that is surprising. I thought you were really focusing on terrain because you had some pretty big, massive terrain. Kind of worked out there. So I would say, what is this game like? I know it's kind of like a Carcassonne a little bit, where you're like gaining a
more complicated
tile.
Carcassonne.
Like
It's
but you're trying to match up. What's another game that's like a matching up kind of a game?
I mean, there's several, but I would, as far as like mental space, I would really compare it to Azul. Very, very similar as far as you're kind of thinking ahead, but you're kind of the drafting part of it, where it's like, okay, here's what's available. I guess I'm going to take this, which takes away from what your opponent can do.
Yeah,
but then they're going to take away from you. Yeah. And then you're scoring it based on different things. So similar to that, similar like game speed and yeah.
This is one of my favorite games for like we call it a filler game.
Or like a
30 to 45 minutes. Yeah. 30 to 45 minutes is like, oh, let's just get a game in real fast. Yeah. But I still feel like I'm thinking in it. I still feel like, and I like being here.
Still feels like you've accomplished something.
Yeah, because some filler games can, you're not thinking a lot. You're just kind of like just going through the motions. Yeah. But I really like this, and I like the variability. Every game is different because of the scoring, and I like the colors. It's very pretty. So
yes, yeah, it's like as far as theming and it doesn't really like immerse you in the world or feel like you're really like involved or some other games, even if they're like more of a Euro strategy style game, it can still have you feel like, oh man, like I'm really in and I'm min-maxing everything and I'm really strategizing and really this doesn't really feel like that, at least to me, in my opinion.
I feel like it has more of a theme than Splendor. I will say Splendor is like one of those games that does not have a theme at all. So definitely more than Splendor.
Yeah. But my point being is that you feel satisfied though afterwards.
Totally.
Like, that was good. So,
for the time frame that the game is, yes, I think that it's perfect and it's fun. And I really feel like this is a good game to get to the table if someone has already played Carcassonne or already has played Azul and they want another step up with a little bit more scoring, like when you're thinking about scoring endgame.
And this game's got a ton of life to it, I would say as well, because these change every single game. Right. Now, you can have it set the way that you like it. There's an easy variant, a kid's variant on it as well. Or you can just say, hey, out of all I think there's 5 maybe of each type of card. So you shuffle all the bear cards and say, okay, this is the way that we're going to score the bears for this game. Mm-hmm. This is the way that we're going to score the elk for this game. And then obviously you have 5 different animals, so that changes things. Totally. So every game feels totally different and feels fresh compared to like a Splendor. And hey, full disclosure, I like that game, but
it's a very good
because
intro
Danielle
game.
Brought it up.
Sorry.
No, but seriously, that game, it's like you go into and you're like, yeah, I know what I'm going to do. Boom, 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 and just whoever gets the most points, right?
For sure.
This has more of that feeling of like, okay, new puzzle. What am I going to do? How am I going to focus on that? What is Danielle going for? What am I going for? So, etc. Anything else you want to?
I really like this game. I would definitely go out and get it and play it. Let us know what you think. See you next time.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.